In this class activity, you're going to make 3 different choropleth maps, and each one of those choropleth maps is going to relate to this data here, which is the percentage of Hispanic population by state from 2010. And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to plot these numbers here, which is the percent Hispanic population, on this line here, and then you're going to put in breaks at 3 different places so that one of the breaks will remain as no color. Between the 2 breaks, it will go to horizontal lines, and then on the right side of the last break line, it'll go to this cross-hatched pattern. So let's talk about how you might get started here. I think one thing, you want to start with the data here, and you want to get all of that data plotted. So I'm just going to copy this into PowerPoint because it's easier to do things in PowerPoint. And once we have this in PowerPoint, let's just arrange this so that this is up here and this is down here. And what we can see is that it's listed twice here. All of the different states are listed with their abbreviation and with what percent Hispanic population they have. But the nice thing about this one is that it's ordered. So it goes from the lowest to the highest in this area. So I'm just going to insert a text box here. And I'm just going to put on an X to represent each one of those, each one of these points here. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to copy and paste it several times because I'll be doing this over and over again. And now I'm going to start putting these X's in their proper location. So this first one is at 1.2, which would be right around here. The next one is at 1.3, which would, and we can either stack these or kind of put them right on top of each other. I'm just going to kind of stack them because I think it looks more like a histogram that way. The next one's at 1.5, so also right in this area here. And then we go to one that jumps all the way up to 2.8. Put that over here. And then 3.1, once again really close to 2.8. 5.7. Way out here. These don't have to be exact, but you have to kind of get an idea of what the distribution is. 7.9 would almost be at 8. Here. And then 8.2 is going to be very close to that, right? 9.6. 12.4, 13.4, 17.6, and finally 17.7. And I'll get rid of all these extra ones. So this is the distribution if we just map it on a linear scale like this. So if we think about what we want to map these, we want a high, medium, and low category. But where do those breaks occur? Could this be the break between high and medium? Or could this be the break between high and medium? Or could it be way out here? It just depends what we want to show with this map. So the first thing I would suggest is just take a straight line like this. And just kind of put it in where you would put a break if you wanted to show the low numbers underrepresented. So that could be as low as here, right? But maybe in an area like this. And then you only need to put in one more line for this color. And you want to put it in at a different location. So this is going to be the break between your medium and low. And once again, if you were trying to accentuate that there was a lot in the high category, you might put in that break fairly early, but you can move these anywhere you want to. So you're going to put in, you're going to put in 2 more, you're going to put in a total of 3 series of these lines because you need a line for each one of these maps here. So those breaks are going to determine when you change from putting no color into the states to horizontal lines onto the state to these cross-hatch lines onto the state. So you'll do this 3 different times. You can use different colors or however you want to do that. And then you'll show where those breaks are. So in this case, we would have a break at 4 and a break at 9. Everything between 4 and 9, we get horizontal lines. Everything above 9, we get crosshatch lines, and everything below 4 would not get any lines on those individual states. So to keep track of that, you might want to see, those first 5 might be in category, might be in the first category, and then you can just put in some sort of break where that break occurs, like make a stronger line on this column here. In the end, you should have 3 different maps that are all filled in with these different patterns here, and they should all look different from each other. One's going to make it appear as if there's not a very large Hispanic population at all in the northeastern United States, and one is going to be intermediate, and then one is going to look like there's a relatively large Hispanic population within the United States. So it's going to have a lot more with this sort of pattern here.